Hey y'all, this is a confession from a longtime Chinese fan. It's a memoir of my 22-year-old relationship with the mother of pop. It hasn't always been easy or fun. Part 1: American Life and Early Confessions Era. I was around 12 in 2004 when I came across American Life in my local CD store. Well, at first I didn't buy it. I thought, Madonna? That is so cliche. Everyone knows Madonna. And I want to listen to some cooler music. Yes, Madonna was a household name in China, believe it or not. But ironically, not because of her music or controversies like in the West. She entered Chinese households through the National Annual Chinese New Year Gala, where a famous comedian made a joke. Madonna is McDonald's sister. Non-Chinese speakers might find this hard to understand, but in Chinese, Madonna sounds really similar to McDonald's. As you can see from the characters, they also look quite alike. So yeah, that's actually hilarious. That was how most Chinese people knew the Queen of Pop. Is in fact, I dare say the majority of Chinese people have never heard actually a single Madonna song to this day. She was just too much for the average Chinese, but she did have her influence on many mainland Hong Kong Taiwanese artists, such as Anita Mui and Jolin Tsai, whose themes and styles were inevitably toned down quite a bit due to the overall conservative social atmosphere in China and East Asia. Anyway, the comparison to McDonald's left a bad impression on me and directly led to me not buying American Life at first. But in hindsight, the comparison is both humiliating, dry, and hilarious to think about. I mean, people always joke about words that sounds familiar. It might be funny on the first listen, but it leaves no depth. It's just snarky and boring, in my opinion. So I didn't buy American Life CD until after I already bought Dido's Life for Rent and Alicia Keys' The Diary of Alicia Keys, and spent quite a lot of time listening to them. But as an outlier at school, I was yearning to release my curiosity somewhere else through music. So I finally bought the American Life CD. After all, the album just sat there on the shelf, and the cover was quite cool. It was like Annabelle in a locked room, mysterious, seducing, and I wanted to explore. In hindsight, though, I often wonder why and how my destiny became linked to this album and her. It feels almost superstitious to me that out of so many albums in that store, I ended up picking American Life, and my life was changed forever. When I played the CD, I was first confused by her babyish voice, because she didn't sound like a 40-year-old woman. That didn't match my expectation of what a senior woman should sound like. Based on my experience with adults around me, I find them all seem tired and worn down by life. A baby voice from a 40-something-year-old? No way. I had a hard time processing that. But then, as I got deeper into the album, I cared less and less about the babyish voice, but found her really to be like a mother figure, a straight yet warm-hearted one. What a soft landing era to get into Madonna. I mean, LOL. If I had first touched her erotica album, I might have been sent back straight to the normal kids group and grown up to be a straight man. Meanwhile, in China, people were listening to Jolin Tsai, who was in her teen pop era, or Jay Chou in his breakthrough refined Chinese R&B era, along with many other mainland artists. Y2K and bubblegum pop music dominate the Chinese music market. Catchy hooks, cute group dancers in crop tops, not so much different from the USA market. But I was an outcast. I kept listening to American Life, the folktronica masterpiece, especially when I couldn't sleep at midnight, thanks to the high pressure from school. Love profusion, intervention, and ecstatic process became my cure. Folktronica Madonna was truly the one. Chinese students face extremely high expectations for academic performance. School feels like a competitive arena with endless homework and exams every day. But my stress did not only come from that, it also came from my secret young love. I had a crush on my desk mate, who sat right next to me. I need to explain this to non-Chinese viewers. In Chinese classroom, every two students of same sex are paired up as desk mate. Each student has their own desk, but they are pushed together, so the classroom is arranged in pairs. So that's how I ended up with a desk mate. Surprisingly, this led to many gay and lesbian couples in our classroom. With all the schools and teachers' attempts to stamp out straight romance at such young age and make them focus on study, the kids ended up with same-sex marriage. Most of them were just straight, who had nowhere else to channel their sexual and romantic desires. And later I discovered every single of them married a heterosexual partner before their 30s, and I am the only one who hasn't married, not even once. So, as you could imagine, I fell in love with my deskmate, not because I chased trends, no, but because he actually listened to me. I told him stories about my hometown. He liked them so much that he kept asking me to tell more. We talked nonstop through math, Chinese, chemistry, physics, and English classes. We just couldn't stop. One day after school, he kissed me on my right cheek. I didn't know how to react at that moment, but I kinda like it. It felt natural to me. If you like someone, it's okay to kiss them. What is the big deal? After that, I kinda confirmed that he liked me, so I wanted to date him more. Maybe a walk home after school. I thought, but I couldn't find him or ask him. He was a basketball boy. I was the music nerd. We seemed so awkward together outside the classroom. What could we even do together? What if other classmates spotted us holding hands or even kissing? But before I could finish fighting with myself in my head, he was already gone after school with his pals, and I was left alone. I once tried to bump into him on his way home. There was a bridge along his route, so I sat on it listening to Evanescence's Hello. Finally, I saw him coming, but he was with another boy. I hesitated to say hello. The words got stuck in my throat. I couldn't let them out. I just watched them pass by the bridge. After that, I was even more stressed out. But I had Madonna. I can't remember how many times I listened to Aesthetic Process on repeat, telling myself, insomnia is okay. He must be here with me. He likes me. In the meantime, he acted like a playboy. He always seemed cold and cold with me. Yet, he was the basketball boy. I mean, just like the sporty guys in American high school movies, basketball boys are popular in China, probably because it's such an accessible sport. Girls watch boys play on the courts, but I wasn't one of those girls because I was a boy, yeah. And it could have been strange for a boy to stand around watching other boys play. A year later, Madonna dropped Confessions on a Dance Floor. By then, the basketball boy and I have already gone our separate ways. I still can't quite remember which I clung to more at the time, the album or the dying embers of that love. He had a girlfriend by then. I once saw them waiting for a bus together, heading home, while I was still listening to the album on repeat.